Buen Camino, fellow explorers and future pilgrims. My name's Seth. I'm the efficient traveler here, and today I'm going to talk about working out and training for the Camino. So first, let's talk about why would we work out for the Camino. So you could walk anywhere. If you're going to try to become a pilgrim, you're going to need to walk at least 100 kilometers, and you could hike as many as 1,000 kilometers. I've seen videos of people have done that. So it's just a question of how far you're going to go and what kind of training you have to do. Also has to include on your current level of fitness, your age, how long you're going to be hiking for, we talked about, and what you're trying to get out of it. So right now I'm about 2 weeks into my training, and I've been hiking a combination of indoors and out on trails and different things. So as I'm preparing, I've been doing some indoor training with a stair stepper slash elliptical. That allows me to track my progress, be zero impact on my knees, ankles, and such, or very low impact as I ramp up my fitness and get my body used to hiking for the Camino. As I go further and further into training, I will do less of that and more out on trails and such like that. So what you're trying to get out of it is also getting your body used to the equipment you're going to use. So training in the equipment you're going to use will make your life a lot easier. Knowing how to use your equipment and make sure you have the proper fit, make sure you have the proper equipment, and also getting used to weight. So like right here, I have my backpack. It's an Osprey 65 AG LT. Excuse me, Osprey 50 AG LT. And it's a great backpack. And I'm probably going to end up hiking with total weight, including the pack and the stuff in it, about 20 pounds. So what I started doing was got my backpack, slowly put in 5 pounds first, and then I put in a couple of pounds every few days thereafter. Right now I'm up to about 16 pounds, probably going to get up there to 20 pounds. So again, when hiking for the Camino, you want to make sure you know what everything is, how it fits you. If you need to make a change, it's much easier to make a change while you're still home rather than trying to, find something on the Camino, which you might be able to do, but, it might take away from your experience and you might not find, exactly what you want when you have time. So I'm about 60 days out from the Camino. And what I'm going to be doing is hiking with my son. And we're going to be hiking probably about 14 days. So a 14-day hike, I want to be able to do probably around 20 kilometers a day, thereabouts. And again, you want to make sure that if you're going to have a problem with your knees or your ankles or anything like that, you want to be ready to go. So hiking in different conditions. So I have hiked on trails in my local area. I have hiked on just inside the community that I live in, which is, asphalt and concrete. And the trails so far, I've hiked in sand. I have hiked in grass. I've hiked on gravel. And those are all different terrains that you're likely to find on the Camino. So getting used to different terrains is great. I live in Florida, so it's mostly flat, and I do not have access to, different terrains that much. But there are staircases, parking garage with staircases in buildings, different ways to move up your level of fitness. A couple of things I'm trying to get done personally, before I go. I'm trying to work on my average speed per mile per hour. Near as I can tell, I started at about 2.2 miles per hour. Once I started wearing the pack, it did slow me down a little bit. So now I'm up to about 2.7 miles per hour. And when I'm outside, I'm doing about an hour 45. And that's getting me about, 5 miles thereabouts, whatever 5 miles takes, whether it's an hour 45 or, an hour 55. So you want to be working on getting your body used to everything that you're going to do day after day after day after day. So, you want to hike as much as you can, as often as you can, I would think, everyone has different time constraints, but trying to do something absolutely every single day is what you're going to be doing on the Camino. So doing that um, while you're working out is going to get your ankles, hips, knees, back, all of those things used to that regiment of every single day. So that would probably be the biggest thing I would recommend. If you can start 90 days before, that would be great because it will give you enough time to do things. What I would recommend is not trying to push it. If you're short on time, well, then you're short on time. But the last thing you need to do is get injured before you go and then your trip ends before it starts. So that's a big deal. A lot of people go, oh my gosh, I'm short on time. What do I do? Don't overdo it. Just a recommendation from me. Um, you want to do consistent and steady. There are people that get to the Camino and do have no training at all, and they make it through. By training, I'm hoping to make the experience a little better and make the learning curve a little shorter. If I get up to regularly hiking 7 miles nonstop, on the Camino, I believe, you're going to hike every couple hours or so. You're going to stop and grab something to eat, grab a beverage, get a stamp, anything along those lines. You're going to stop for a little while anyway. So, getting a good long hour and a half to 2 hour segment in every single day, at least you'll know you'll be able to do one segment on the Camino, take a break, go as far as you can for the next segment. Most hikes on the Camino, I believe, are between 5 and 8 hours, depending on how far you're trying to get and at what speed you're going. And depending on where you are on the Camino, the services and albergues are going to be different distances apart. So that'll be up to you. And don't be afraid to break it up into an extra day or two. I'm planning on spending about 14 days on the Camino, but I'm not due to my next destination for about another 10, 12 days after that. So if it takes longer, it takes longer. If you can allow a few extra days, it will make for your experience, especially if you want to finish in Santiago de Compostela and then maybe go to the end of the world, the Finisterre Muxia route afterward. Many people choose to do that because it may become an addiction for you. Once you get on the Camino, you may absolutely love it and you'll hear everybody talking about it. So if you can get the time to do that and allow a little extra time, that would be great. But working out, I would say go as often as you can. Try to go in different weather conditions if you can, because the Camino treats you the way the Camino treats you. Rain and spring and summer is likely. Depending on how long you're going to be on there, you probably will encounter a little bit of rain. So you want to go in cloudy days. You want to go in rain. You want to go if it's cool or if it's hot. Different preparing your body and yourself, knowing what you'll be in for. Also, hiking and training will tell you what else you need. You might decide you want blister patches, you might decide you want this, you might decide you want that. This much is too much of the backpack. I want something else in the backpack. But consistency, I believe, will be the key. That's really all I have to say right now, but stay tuned for more videos and please like and subscribe if you find this information helpful. I'll also be posting update videos as my training continues and good luck in Buen Camino.